It is it's your boy Ty back here with another video, and in this video today, guys, we're going to be talking about the market crash that is coming to NBA 2K23 MyTEAM very soon. The market still is holding decent value. You know, a guy like Kareem just sold for like basically 300K. A lot of these cards are still relatively expensive. Now, you guys might be like, why is that, Ty? Right? We just saw content. The market should be down way worse than it already is. Well, I'll kind of explain why. That's always how it is right away. It takes about a day or two for the end game prices really to settle down. So, for example, Jason Tatum last week, right? He was, 200, 300K for the first day or two, and then eventually it was like 150. So that's how it's going to be for not only these new endgame cards, but everything else in my team. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and say the market is extremely high. It's already somewhat crashing. If you compare it to where it was last night, it is already down bad. Now, how does this really impact us? Well, Dark Matter Yao is the first thing I want to talk about today. He is dirt cheap. You can get a Dark Matter Yao for 26,000 MT right now in my team, which again is just crazy to think about. I'm guessing Pink Diamond Tacko is going to be relatively cheap as well. He is 20K as well. So I'm not going to sit up here and gas Pink Diamond Tacko to the moon. But I'm going to sit up here and say for 16,000 MT, it's decently tough to beat what Pink Diamond Tacko can give you. Fully badged one for 20,000 MT, I'll take it and run with it. That's really the market crash that we are seeing right now in my team. It's a little bit different, right? Because the end games and invincibles won't really crash that badly until we get the end game and invincible packs, which might come next Friday, might come the Friday after that. But that's really when you're going to see the end game and invincible crash. Invincibles crash a ton. Because like KD going for 218, that's decently expensive compared to what he was. I saw Giannis this morning go for 600,000 MT. Like the market as far as that is concerned still is not down that bad. I mean, it's still, I would say, decently high. But the big thing is any card that's not an endgame or invincible is going to be cheap. Bender, cheap. I mean, all these Season 8 cards cheap. We can go back to Season 7. Next Wemby, really cheap now, who a couple of weeks ago was over 100K. Like that's really where we are seeing the big market crash happening in my team right now. Even the Hero TT, way cheaper. Now, a lot of the Hero cards are still expensive. So like Ben Simmons is rare on Xbox at least. And so he is still going to be expensive. Some of these rare cards are still going to be relatively expensive. But even the Hero set, it's eventually going to continue to get cheaper and cheaper. Obviously, with Minute being the ultimate reward, it's not ever going to be like dirt cheap in my opinion. But it is going to continue to get cheaper. And here's just kind of what I'll leave you with, right? Or what I really want to get in your minds. You can build an absolutely incredible team for so cheap right now in my team. And what do I mean by this? Well, Bull is 20K, okay? Tracy McGrady, really solid. I still think you can make the case he's a top 10 shooting guard in my team for the average person. 5,000 MT. This is really what I'm trying to get at here is these type of cards should not be this cheap. There's no reason a T-Mac should be less than 5,000 MT. That is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way Bull should be 20K. There is no way we could even go look at, I'm guessing out of position, Jokic's has been impacts and is just continuing to go down in price. There's no reason he's less than, 10K as well. These are the types of players for budget ballers that are just must pickups. You get a squad of Jokic, T-Mac, Bull, Tacko, and Yao, all for what? Less than 100K for sure, right? And so if you get that type of a squad, that's really where the market crash is happening right now for those mid-tier of players, right? Not necessarily the best of the best, But you can go Jokic, T-Mac, Bull, Tacko, and Yao, and the Dark Matter Yao, and still have plenty of MT left over. Like, sure, Zydrunas Ilgauskas would be nice to add to that squad eventually, right? And obviously when his price eventually does come down with the Invincible and Endgame packs, you guys will see that. But every single card, I've not seen one card that's not an Invincible or Endgame that isn't really cheap. And even if you want to get cheaper, man, get the Galaxy Opal Yao. I mean, I'm just throwing it out there, guys. There's not that much of a difference between the Galaxy Opal and Dark Matter. The Dark Matter is better for his value. I'll give you that. But if you don't have enough MT, Galaxy Opal Yao can hold it down as well. So with everybody opening packs, a lot of people have been opening packs. The one thing I've really noticed is not that many people are pulling endgames. Not that many people are pulling invincibles. Now, what does this really mean? Well, it really just means that all of those cards, right, that are non-endgames and non-invincibles have went down like crazy in my team. So let's say you're just starting the game today. You play a few hours of triple threat. You can build a squad that can go out there and compete. I promise you, you give me 5 hours on the game, I can get out of position Jokic, Radiant T-Mac. I can put Bulba at the 3, Pink Diamond Tacko at the 4, with Dark Matter Yao at the 5. That is a team that can go out there and win at a very high level. I don't care who you guys ask. So that's kind of the big auction kind of house crash that I see. This KP isn't super expensive right now. Like, I bid 280 on him, no issues. I doubt I'll get him, but again, I'll bid that. And again, the market isn't super high. D-Rob 100K. Like, these cards are going to continue to crash for the next few days. I just want you guys to know the big market crash is for these cheaper options that I don't necessarily have on this account, but you know, those out of positions better, the Titans better, the Dark Matter team. Those are the players that are really crashing in price. It's crazy that none of these Invincibles are crashing at all. Like, even Invincible Kareem, he should not be a bid, and he's still a bid, right? Even like Invincible T-Mac, he is still a crazy expensive card. So a lot of these cards, again, are going to hold their value. They're going to be really, really expensive until we do see that bigger endgame Invincible super pack that everybody ultimately is waiting for. So newsflash, guys, let's say you just started my team. Again, I didn't even plug Jonathan Bender in. You want me to put together a bench unit? I'll put together a bench unit for you because I can figure it out really quickly. You want a bench unit? Okay, let's plug in a bench unit. I came up with this starters. Let's plug in a quick bench unit. Interdimensional Luka, 5,000 MT. Jonathan Bender, 5,000 MT. You need a small forward for your bench unit? Go with the good old trusty Thurl Bailey. Dirt cheap. 5,000 MT or less. Probably 3,000 MT if you snipe one. 3,000 MT. Then we need a power forward. Shoot, I mean, who do you need? You need Kristaps Porzingis 16-bit. Go ahead and add Dark Matter Kristaps to your squad, 10,000 MT. And then, if you need a center, hey man, I don't know off the top of my head, but I'm guessing this card is probably really cheap with everybody getting him. Honestly, or just grind the 10-minute grind for Dark Matter Ralph, right? Just grind this out and you can get Ralph Sampson. Obviously, it's expiring, but you could have got him for cheap as well. So I'm just saying there's no better time to start your team today. You can build a really good team in 5 or so hours of playing triple threat offline. I'm not telling you guys to do it. I'm just saying you absolutely can. So that when I talk about the market crashing, that's really what's crashing right now. There's probably going to be more and more that does crash here in the next couple of weeks. Again, I could see this being the last week of content. I do expect, well, I'll say this. I'll expect next week to be like Manu, T-Mac, cards like that. The following week, we're going to get a troll type of content drop. We're probably going to get like Chris Paul, John Stockton endgames, just to kind of oversaturate the endgame and invincible packs. But that's just kind of my expectation for things. Are the endgames and invincibles crashing in a big time way? No. But these budget cards, cards that shouldn't be budget cards, are now budget cards in my team. That's going to wrap it up for our market crash video today, guys. Hopefully each and every you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you're doing that. As always, man, I love you guys, and have a blessed day.